Just announced. Princess Leonor royal marriage to Prince Guillaume stuns the world. Spain woke up this morning expecting calm. A simple day in the life of its royal family. The people thought they might see Princess Leonor in a quiet engagement, perhaps a speech, or maybe just a photograph from the palace. Nothing more. Nothing extraordinary. But then came the announcement. A single declaration that has left Europe, and indeed the entire world, in stunned disbelief. Princess Leonor of Spain, the heir to the throne, the future queen, is officially set to marry Prince Guillaume. A marriage that seemed impossible. A union that no one fully predicted. And yet, here it is, written in history today. The shock was not in the idea of Leonor marrying one day. That much was certain. It was in the timing, the choice of her partner, and the way it was revealed. Because for years, speculation circled endlessly, who could ever be worthy of Leonor, a young woman destined to sit upon Spain's throne? Would her marriage be purely strategic, a tool of politics and monarchy? Or would it be of love, personal choice, and daring independence? Today, the answer is clear. This is not just an engagement. This is a bold declaration of love that transcends boundaries, dynasties, and centuries of royal tradition. But who exactly is Prince Guillaume? What does this marriage mean for Spain, for Europe, and for the monarchy itself? And why has the world reacted with such intensity, equal parts joy, disbelief, and apprehension? To understand this moment, we must go back to the roots of both of these young royals. Princess Leonor, born to King Felipe and Queen Letizia, has lived her entire life under the shadow of destiny. From the day she entered the world, she carried not just her family's name but the weight of a nation's hope. As a child, she was sheltered, trained, and molded into the role of heir apparent. Every speech, every photograph, every lesson was carefully orchestrated. And yet, over time, the world saw glimpses of her true character, strength, intelligence, grace, and a determination to be more than just a symbol. Prince Guillaume, on the other hand, comes from a lineage equally steeped in tradition, though less publicized in Spain until now. His presence has always been marked by a quiet nobility, but also a spirit of modernity. His education, his values, his outlook on the future, all resonate with the type of leadership Europe is yearning for. And it is precisely this blend of tradition and progress that drew Leonor to him. Still, the question remains, why the secrecy? Why announce it now, and in such a sudden, breathtaking way? For months, if not years, there have been whispers. Discreet meetings, guarded appearances, subtle hints at a relationship that could change the very fabric of Europe's royal landscape. But the palace remained silent. The press speculated endlessly. Some claimed it was impossible. Others argued it was too early. And many insisted that Leonor, still so young, would not yet take such a monumental step. Yet here we are. The moment is real. The announcement has been made. And Spain itself has been swept into a wave of emotions, joy, shock, pride, and even controversy. Inside Zarzuela Palace, the atmosphere is said to be a mixture of celebration and tension. King Felipe, as both monarch and father, stands at a crossroads. He must reconcile his paternal instincts, protecting his daughter, with his royal duty to safeguard Spain's monarchy. Queen Letizia, once an outsider herself, knows more than anyone what it means to marry into royalty. Her support is unwavering, but her caution is undeniable. And beyond the palace walls, the reactions multiply. Madrid's streets filled with spontaneous gatherings the moment the news broke. Bells rang from cathedrals. Crowds waved flags. Yet at the same time, critics sharpened their voices, questioning whether this marriage is a risk for the monarchy or a necessary step into a new age. Europe is watching closely. The United Kingdom, Denmark, Norway, and Luxembourg, all nations with their own royal traditions, are weighing what this union represents. Is it a sign of unity among Europe's young royals? Is it a strategic strengthening of monarchies? Or is it simply the most human story of all, two people choosing love over all else? The beauty of this story lies in its contradictions. Leonor, a future queen, raised in duty, expected to follow centuries of rigid tradition, has chosen to love boldly. Guillaume, a prince, bound by the same rules of lineage and expectation, has stepped into a union that will forever tie his fate to Spain's crown. The road ahead will not be easy. Every detail of this marriage will be dissected: the venue, the dress, the guest list, the ceremonial rituals. Each decision will be interpreted not only as personal choice but as political signal. Who will stand by Leonor on that day? Which royals will attend? Who will be excluded, and what will that exclusion mean? But deeper still are the questions of identity and future. What kind of queen will Leonor be, now that she has chosen her partner? What kind of role will Guillaume play? And how will this marriage reshape Spain's monarchy in the eyes of its people? The announcement today may feel like the climax, but in truth, it is only the beginning of a story that will unfold in the months and years ahead. Already, whispers spread about where the wedding will take place. Will it be a grand cathedral in Madrid, echoing with centuries of history? Or will Leonor dare to choose a more modern, personal setting, one that reflects her own vision for a monarchy reborn? Will the dress be crafted by a Spanish designer, showcasing national pride? Or will it be an international collaboration, symbolizing unity across borders? Each question creates a new loop of curiosity, pulling the world deeper into the unfolding narrative. And behind every question is a single, undeniable truth: this marriage is not merely a private affair. It is a public event of monumental importance. It is about Spain's identity, Europe's traditions, and the universal search for love that transcends expectation. Leonor has always been seen as the face of Spain's future. Today, she has proven that she will not only carry the crown but also carve her own path. And in doing so, she has given Spain and the world a story that blends fairy tale with reality, tradition with modernity, duty with passion. The announcement is stunning not because it was expected, but because it was delivered with such finality, such clarity, such undeniable force. Princess Leonor will marry Prince Guillaume. The future of Spain will now be written with both their names, their lives, and their love intertwined. And so, the world watches. The world waits. The world wonders. Because today's announcement was not just about a royal wedding. It was about history itself being rewritten before our very eyes. And that is why the world is stunned. But even as Spain celebrates, another question quietly stirs in the background. How did this love story truly begin? For a future queen, opportunities to live freely are rare. Her life has been measured, monitored, and scheduled since childhood. And yet, somewhere in those carefully guarded moments, Leonor and Guillaume found each other. Their connection did not blossom under the gaze of flashing cameras, nor in the grand halls of state banquets. It began quietly, away from the spotlight. Shared conversations. Glances that spoke volumes. Encounters too ordinary to be reported, yet extraordinary in what they meant for two young royals carrying the weight of nations. And as their bond deepened, so too did the risks. Every step of their relationship required discretion. Every word, every meeting had to be shielded from speculation. Still, love has a way of enduring, even when surrounded by walls of protocol and secrecy. In Guillaume, Leonor did not just see a prince, she saw a partner who understood both the chains and the possibilities of royalty. Now, the secrecy has ended. What was once whispered is now declared boldly before the world. And with that declaration, Spain enters uncharted territory. Because this marriage is more than a personal union, it is a symbol of courage, of choosing heart over heritage, and of blending centuries-old tradition with the authenticity of modern love. And so the story unfolds further, pulling us deeper into its gravity. For if the engagement announcement could surprise us so profoundly, what will the wedding itself bring?